Good morning. Good morning. Well, is it morning? Yeah, it's still morning time. Hey, Lucy, Sweet Storms, Deanna, how y'all doing today? I know I usually don't come on live on Saturday, but I got a little bit of time by myself. Because Joseph went to the grocery store with a neighbor. They're supposed to be getting some beer, some liquor today. We're supposed to get some food. There's a lot going on in the city, so we're gonna go out and about and see what's going on. So check Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I've been looking at the news. They're talking about the police was late in coming into that school. They said it took them up to 20 to 30 minutes before they got into that elementary school. The police force needs to be sued. Good morning. Hey, Goddess Mona, Trini. Hey, how you doing? But yeah, the whole thing about that school, they said that the police came in like 20 or 30 minutes late. 20 or 30 minutes late before they went into that schoolhouse. And the parents said that they could hear the children were screaming and they could still hear the guns going off. So, I mean, what are the police supposed to do? I mean, come on. You know that there's an active shooter already in there. What are you waiting on? And because they waited that long, that gave that guy so many, that gave that guy so much time to take out all of those kids. The police department needs to be sued. They need to be sued. Hey, Candy. Hey, Mocha. Hey, Karen. I heard it was an hour. An hour. Oh, my God. They need to be sued. They need to be sued. If you know there's an active shooter in there, you need to go in there. It doesn't matter. You need to go. If you hear the children screaming and crying, they said some of the kids were calling 911 in the classroom. And they sat out there for all that time while those children are being slaughtered. They need to be sued. Like, I mean, what's the point of calling the cops if you're not going to come inside and save my life? Like, it doesn't make any sense what they put those kids through. And I saw a video where some of the parents were trying to fight the police officers because they wouldn't go inside the school. That guy killed 19 children and 2 adults. And one of the teachers was an Hispanic woman, and her husband, he died like 2 days after the school shooting. He died from a heart attack. Like his wife was killed in the school shooting. 2 days later, he had a heart attack and he died also. So they have 4 children. 4 children are left behind. That's sad. It's sad when you can't even send your children to school without things like this happening. I see a lot of people talking about homeschooling kids, and I think that's a good idea. But a lot of people, they cannot afford to homeschool children, especially black women. A lot of black women are raising these kids by themselves. They can't stay home. They can't stay home and do homeschooling. They have to send their children to school because a lot of times, um, single mothers, I'm just not going to say black women, a lot of times single mothers, they use school like a daycare, pretty much. They use school like a babysitter. So, like, if the children go to school and you got a day job, you go to work and then you can pick your children up from school. Or sometimes the children go to an after school program, and so they use it as pretty much like a babysitter. A lot of people do that. So homeschooling children, I think it's a good idea. In my personal opinion, if I was to have a child, I would like them to be homeschooled because these children are going through so much when they go to school. They're being bullied, they're being attacked, they're getting teased, their self esteem is so low. They have to go through so much when they go to school, dealing with other people's children because for some reason, some people just don't know how to teach their children how to behave. They don't know how to teach their children not to bully other people's kids, not to be attacking other people's children. Some people just won't teach their children that. And so you have these kids that come to school and they take everything out on other people's kids, touching on other people's kids, feeling on other people's children, hunching on other people's kids, all type of nasty things that some of these people, children be doing. And I know they're just children, but come on. Some of these people don't even teach their children not to bully, not to put your hands on other people's kids, not to be in other people's spaces. So a lot of these children are going through a lot of depression. Because I saw on TV, I saw on the news the other day, they said the second leading cause of death for children is suicide. So this is an epidemic when it comes to these kids. I saw it on CNN. They said the second leading cause for children is suicide. So a lot of these kids, they can't take people messing with their self-esteem, being bullied, being abused, being neglected at home, because a lot of these children are neglected at home. They don't get any attention from their parents. Their parents work all day. They don't spend no time with them. They don't talk to them about anything. So a lot of these children are dealing with low self-esteem and depression. And that is a shame that you got kids out here want to take their life. They want to go see their maker because your child is bullying somebody in the high school or bullying somebody in the middle school. Like, leave people, kids alone. Just leave their children alone. They're saying the murderer was a transgender. Really? He looked kind of weird. He did. But that's the leading cause of children. So you got babies out here committing suicide for the things that these adults are doing. That's what I'm saying. Like social media, I know a lot of people may think of social media as being a good thing, but to be quite honest with you, social media was the worst thing that can happen to people in this country. It really is. Because these kids, they get on social media, they get bullied on social media too. They get bullied and all type of stuff all over the place. These kids are dealing with a lot. They're dealing with a lot. Like these little black girls. You don't think these little black girls come on YouTube? You don't think these little black girls are on TikTok? You don't think they're on Twitter and Facebook? These girls that are 11, 12, 13, 14. You don't think they're on these social media apps? You don't think that they hear what black males are saying about black women? That's why a lot of these little black girls are suicidal. Probably because their parents are not worth anything, but they see what people are saying on social media. You don't think those little black girls don't hear this stuff? You don't think they don't hear what grown black men are saying about black women? They know that they're little black girls, but they know that they're going to grow up to be black women. They're not dumb. So when they hear you talking about black women like that, that's making a lot of these little girls, these little black girls got low self-esteem. A lot of them are dealing with depression, mental illness, and then they have to come on social media and see these big grown 40, 50, 60-year-old men talking about them in the most disgusting ways. Social media is not a good thing for these kids. It's not. They shouldn't even know what the S word is. That's the scary part. Yeah, these kids know. They know what's going on. They know what's going on. So it's not a healthy thing for these black males to be all over social media doing this. It's not. And then everybody always want to make the black male or the black male child a victim. Do you ever hear these people talk about little black girls? When black men are over there on their channels dragging black women, do you ever hear them mention little black girls? No, the only thing you hear them talking about is little black boys. And the black community has been conditioned to make these little boys a victim, just like the black male. He's the only victim in the black community. Black women are doing this to him. Black women are doing that to him. No, you're not a victim. You're a predator. You're an abuser. But he's always the victim. I want you guys to pay attention. Listen to when these people are talking. Do you ever hear those black men concern themselves about little black girls? Do you ever hear them mention their daughters? Do you ever hear that off of those channels? The only thing you hear is trying to put you in your place and drag you all over the place. They want you to see the little black boy as a victim. No, sorry. No, thanks. They want you to understand the little black boy. No, who cares? Who cares? They want to shame you. It's shaming tactics. They want you to feel bad because you don't want to birth the black son. You don't. You don't have to. You don't have to date the black male because you don't want. You don't have to birth no black male. You don't have to birth children for the black male if you don't want to. But there's so many people around here trying to make the little black boy a victim. And oh, he's such a victim. Do you ever hear these people mention little girls? Do you ever hear these black men even mention that they have daughters? These black men got daughters and they all over the place dragging the fuck out of the black woman's image. Now, how would you feel if you hear your father on YouTube talking about black women the way that these black men do? I wouldn't even want these black men around my daughters, let alone my children. That's how dangerous they are. Do they ever feel bad for what these little black girls are going through with their self-esteem being touched on by these black males, by these little black boys? Because these little boys are touching on black girls too. They be the first one to sexually assault them. And people say, oh, they're just a kid. Nah, teach your son to keep his hands off of other people's fucking kids. Your perverted ass little sons. The first person that assaults a little black girl is a little black boy. It never fails. They're the first person trying to turn you into some sexual object. Even as little black boys, they're around here touching on your ass and feeling and groping up on you. You could be a 5, 6-year-old little girl, and here comes somebody damn stupid ass son touching all up on them. They will sexually assault you even when they're kids. Even when the black male is a child, he'll sexually assault you. He's just a perverted person. Even as kids, they move and commit all kind of sex crimes. Let's be real. Let's be real. Ask black women who's the first person that touched on them when they were a kid. If it wasn't a grown black man, it was a little nigga. A little nigga trying to turn you into a sexual object when you don't know nothing about that. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. That's the first person that sexually assaults you is the little black boy. But they'll say he's just a child. And then he grows up to be a pedophile and a predator. And he still sexually assaults you when you become an adult. When you become a teenager, you can't even go to high school without these old ass, washed up, ugly ass black men trying to sleep with you. You could be a 14, 15-year-old girl, and these fucking apes will be following you around like you're a grown ass woman. Just predators. See, the black male, he starts young. That's why you should not birth the black male child. He starts young. Who do you think teaches the black male child how to grope and touch all over everybody else's daughter? That's not something he's learning like that. That's in his nature. He's a predator. You will see 5, 6-year-old little boys trying to touch up on somebody's daughter, trying to play house, trying to touch up on you, hunch up on you. This is the black male's nature. He's like this ever since he's a little boy. So birthing the black male is useless. It really is. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all gotta tell the truth now. Who's the first person that touched up on you when you was a little girl? Even if a grown black man didn't touch you, who was it? It was the little black boy. That's who touched and sexually assaults these little girls before they even get to middle school. And that's what I'm going to call it, sexually assaulting them. Because if they're not telling you to do that, a lot of these little black girls don't know anything about that. Then they go to school and here comes some damn mammy, dumbass little nigga son touching up on your damn daughter. But you supposed to treat the black male child like a victim? Huh? No way in hell. No way in hell, child. No way. They cannot shame anybody into birthing a black male son. It doesn't matter if you got 2, 3 sons. We don't give a fuck. We don't care. You're not going to make us feel for your sons. And when you don't feel for our daughters. We're not going to turn your son into a victim. Black women do not have to birth the black male. If they want to abort his ass, so what? I don't give a fuck. Less little niggas around. Less problems. We don't care. I don't advocate for abortion because abortion can do a lot of damage to your body. I don't advocate for it. But if they want to abort that little nigga, so what? Who gives a fuck? One less nigga we got to deal with. One less no good son from the black mammy that we have to put up with. We don't give a fuck. If it was possible, we would gather all your sons and get rid of their ass. If it was possible. And we would beat your ass if you get in the way. If it was possible. Okay. But we already know black women are not going to stop birthing black males. They always want to turn their sons into a victim. They don't care nothing about your daughter. They don't care nothing about what you've been through. They want to continue to birth these little niggas. So when they try to turn the little black son into a victim, he's not. He's going to grow up most likely to be a fucking predator. Sexually assaulting his cousins, his sisters. Don't y'all ever notice that? The little black cousin, he always want to touch up on you. Always want to touch up on you and do little things to you. Where you think the black male gets that from? That's his nature. That's how perverted he is. That's why he knows to do those things. Because the black male is a predator, a sexual predator at that. All he wants to do is have sex. And if he can't have sex with you, he'll try to manipulate you, try to bring down your self-esteem where you will settle and lay down with his nasty ass. That's what they want from black women. They want you to settle. They don't want you to have any standards. They don't want you to get no money out the deal. They want you to settle with their ugly ass and sleep around with them with nothing in return. No reciprocation. You're not getting nothing out the black male. Nothing. You're not getting protection. You're not getting anything. So what's the point? What's the point? Yeah, it's like bestiality. What's the point? And black women crack me up, especially these baby mamas that got up these black sons. Like I told y'all before, those women who got the black sons, They're not sovereign. They're not a feminist. They're not a divester like that. They can be in the background, but they can't lead you to nowhere. They'll lead you right back to their little nigger ass sons. Right back to them. My son, I got a black male son. So I would never say abort black males. I don't give a fuck about your son. Period. I don't give a fuck about them little boys like that. I don't. I really don't. I try to be real nice about it. I try not to sound like a savage, but I really don't give a fuck about black women's sons. I really don't. I just don't bother them. When those little black boys come around me, I be looking at them like, girl. I be looking at them, look at that little badass motherfucker. Because most of their sons are bad as fuck. Most of them are. I just don't touch their sons. I don't touch them. I don't go around playing in their face. I don't do none of that. None of that. I just don't. Because the truth of the matter is, they don't care about black women. They don't care about black little girls. They don't even care about their own daughters. When they're online dragging you, you would think that black men don't even have daughters. The way how they be talking about black women, like little black girls are not going to hear these videos. That they're not going to hear you talking about their hair and you calling them whores and whatnot. These black men don't have no respect for these little black girls. Why the fuck should you care about their sons? Why? They don't care about your daughter. They don't care about your niece. They don't care about your sister. So why should you give a fuck about them? Treat them just like how they treat you. Treat them like trash. That's how I do them. Black men be talking to me all the time. They be trying to speak to me. You know what? Sometimes I ignore them. I will hear what they're saying and I totally ignore them. Even on my job. When they're trying to speak to me, I just totally act like I can't hear. I'm deaf to you, nigga. And they be looking at me like they're so confused. No, nigga. You don't speak to me. I don't speak to a demon. I don't give a fuck how well dressed you are. I don't give a fuck. You can have on a suit. I still don't acknowledge you, nigga. And I mean, they be trying to speak to me like, hey, Miss Lady. I just ignores them motherfucking niggas. I do them just like how they do black women. I do them just like how they treat us. I don't speak to them. I don't give them no respect. I don't even acknowledge that they exist. And you should see the facial expressions on their face when you treat them like trash, because that's what they are. They know that they're trash. They're trying to convince you that they're more than trash. They know that they're not worth shit. And so they try to be extra nice. Even the ones with the suits on, I ignore them too. I don't give a fuck if they're ugly or they're somewhat attractive. I still ignore all of them. And you should see how their face look when they realize that you're not speaking to them. Nah, I don't even see you. I don't even want to have eye contact with you, nigga. Go. That's how I do them. I don't even have eye contact. When I see them looking at me, I turn my face. They'll say, good morning. I act like I didn't hear it. Because I just don't got time. TS is a pedo. I can smell it a mile away. KS didn't even care about his own daughter. Look how he did her. Did Kevin Samuels' daughter showed up for the funeral? Because I heard that funeral was a hot mess, girl. I heard the funeral was a hot mess. And I don't even know if Kevin Samuels' daughter came to the funeral. I don't know. I know I wouldn't have showed up. I don't even think she showed up, but I don't know. A lot of people didn't show up. A lot of these people on YouTube, they didn't show up to Kevin Samuels because they don't support Kevin Samuels like that. Black men are just trying to use Kevin Samuels for clicks and views and to build their YouTube channels. You got convicts and you got inmates trying to call you ratchet and hood. How the hell you calling black women ratchet and hood? And you're an inmate. You're a felon. You're the hood nigga. I can't with these black males. If you look at some of these black males, you know what? Somebody needs to collect all the photos of these black males on YouTube. And I want you to look at the picture of all these black men that's over these YouTube channels. Most of these black men are highly unattractive. Most of these black men are not classy. They don't know how to dress. They dress just like Pookie and Ray Ray on the corner. Most of these niggas are ugly as fuck in the manosphere. There's not one attractive black male in the manosphere. Look at how these niggas look. And they think you're supposed to settle and be with them. Nah, bitch. Nah. I'm a hot mess, only got hotter. Um, my maternal grandmother had a way better funeral than that mess. Oh, girl, who you telling? My grandmother's funeral, they threw down. They threw down. I ain't never been to a funeral looking like that. I mean, Kevin Samuels didn't even have a lot of flowers. My grandmother's funeral had flowers all over the place, not fake flowers, real flowers. Way more than what Kevin Samuels had. She was buried in a way better casket than what the hell he had. Now, Kevin Samuels is supposed to be a millionaire. So this is how a millionaire go out? That's embarrassing. You can tell Kevin Samuels come from a country, a real country ass family. And I know country people when I see them because my people's a country. Okay? Go to those little Baptist AME churches. So I understand what was going on at that funeral. But come on, you would think a millionaire would get better treatment than that, wouldn't you? You would think he would have a better choir than he did. Girl, that goes to show Kevin Samuels really didn't have no money like that, girl. I think a lot of those things Kevin Samuels was renting. Like he was renting that car. He probably was renting those watches. Kevin Samuels was in debt. You can look at his funeral and tell that he wasn't a millionaire. I know people who making less than $100,000 a year had a better funeral than that. I mean, all out, way better than that. And then these same black men like Dennis Sperling, Old Shea Duke Jackson, and the rest of these clown ass niggas, they didn't even show up. Old Shea too busy over there in Uganda, Africa, tricking out on those African women because they need the money. That's why he stays in Africa. That's the only way he can get some ass. Black American women don't want that ugly ass nigga. But see, those African women, they a lot of times they're poor. They're poor and they need the money from these apes, these Black American apes. So they go over there to those third world countries just to prey on those innocent women because they know those women are poor. They know they're trying to get out of those third world countries. That's why O'Shea stays in Africa. Black American women wouldn't spit on that ugly bitch. Period. So he's over there tricking on the African women because most of these men are tricks. Most of them are tricks. They get up here and talk about a whore and they talk about a prostitute. Most of these niggas are paying prostitutes, escorts. And to me, prostitution is illegal. So, like, when you talk about prostitution, prostitution is something like when you see women walking up and down the street. These women are not doing that these days. But black men will call everybody a prostitute and a whore because they don't want a fucking prostitute and whore for his ugly ass. Black men can't even buy pussy, y'all. They can't even get women to allow them to buy pussy. They don't even want to be in their presence. They don't trust them. They think they're nasty. They think they're violent thieves. So these women are prostitutes, but they don't even want you. That says a lot. That says a lot when the prostitutes don't even want you. But prostitutes are people that walk up and down the street, different things like that. What these women are doing today, that's legal work. That's legal work for the ones of you that likes to use these shaming tactics and try to shame black women out of getting their money when all races of women are getting their money. The white woman, she's not a whore, but the black woman, she's the biggest whore. Now, who do you think control the sex industry? Who you think is the number one chick that's on every sexual industry site? OnlyFans, Pornhub, webcam, phone sex operator. Who do you think is the one race of woman that is leading in those things? Who do you think it is? It's not black women. It's Becky. See, Becky can get her coins. Becky can webcam. Becky can be on OnlyFans. She can do all of these things, get money out of white men, black men, but she's not a whore. Black women are a whore. Becky is running the sex industry. She's running it. Okay? She's all over the place, busting it open, but Becky does not get called a whore. She's selling more ass than anybody in this country. And this is facts. If you were to go on any of those sites, she's running it. But you're the whore. You're the prostitute. But Becky get to get her coins. Becky get to be spoiled. She get to be showered with gifts. Becky could be a sugar baby. She could be all these different things. She will never once get called a whore by the black male. He's on OnlyFans giving Becky all his fucking money. He's on Instagram tricking out on these women. He's in the Cash Apps and PayPal sending all his fucking money. Becky get to get rich, but you supposed to lay down with some ugly ass ape and don't get nothing in return. You know how many black women that I know, and I don't got that much time. I'm gonna be on here for about maybe like 20 more minutes. You know how many black women I know that gets in relationship with black men that don't ask the black male for a dime. They stay in the relationship for years. They never get anything, let alone a gift for their birthday. And then they come to find out the black male is cheating on their ass. And then they break up and that black woman has gotten nothing from the black male, not a dime, let alone a birthday gift. That's what black men want you to do. They want you to be with them. They don't have to bring nothing to the table. They don't have to give up no money. They don't have to pay no bills. This is what the black male does. He will shame you into being his slut bucket. He will shame black women into laying down, getting his nasty ass sperm up in her. But he will not shame Becky. Becky can get whatever she want out these dudes. I'm telling you now, Becky is running OnlyFans, the phone sex operators, the webcams. Becky is all over that shit. Becky don't give a fuck. And let me tell you another thing. The difference between white men and these other races, black males. White men know that Becky is selling ass. They don't got a problem with her selling ass. They don't got a problem. White men know Becky is on all of these different sites. Do you see the white man come out trying to call Becky a prostitute? Do you ever see white men calling Becky out for being on Instagram, Pornhub, OnlyFans? Do you see the white man ever calling her out like how the black male does? No, because white men understand you have to pay. If you want to deal with the woman and you want some time and you want to be in her presence, you have to do something for her. White men understand this. The nigga doesn't understand this. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why the nigga doesn't understand this. Because he comes from a single mother. He sees his mother pay all the bills. He see her lay down with numerous men, not getting nothing out of the deal. He see her going to work, busting her ass, never getting anything in return. This is what the black male sees from that dumbass single mother, that mammy single mother. This is what he sees. So he already expects black women not to get shit out of the deal. He thinks black women are going to be like his dumbass single mother. That's what he wants you to be like. Take care of him, don't get nothing in return. Get used and abused by men, let them run in and out of you, leaving their cum. This is what the black male sees with his dumbass mammy of a mother. So when he grows up, he thinks he's not supposed to pay bills. He don't think he's supposed to take care of a woman, wine and dine her, protect. Because all he sees is that single mother of his being the man, paying the bills, not doing anything, sleeping around with men, not getting anything in return. These women don't get zip. I'm talking about nada. You mean to tell me I'm giving up all this good ass and I ain't getting shit out the deal? Are you out of your fucking mind? You have to be delusional. You have to be. Because at the end of that relationship, you at least need to come out of that relationship with something. Some of these black women are not coming out them relationship with nothing but stress. They've gained weight. They've lost all their hair because they're stressing out about some dumbass, ugly ass nigga. Look at these niggas, y'all. Look at the niggas that's with Becky. One thing I can tell you, Becky gets the rejects of the black community. Most all of the black males that get with Becky is ugly. This is a fact. This is not nothing made up. They all look weird. They all ugly and dusty. Even that Becky, that OnlyFans Becky that stabbed up that Nigerian guy, he was ugly. He was ugly. He was built, but he was ugly. Becky gets ugly black men. Always. Usually a fine ass black man, he prefers black women. He don't prefer Becky. A lot of times the men that go to Becky are ugly because they've been rejected. They're men like O'Shea. That's the type of men that Becky be getting. She's not getting the best. Believe me, she's not. She's getting your rejects. I see it all the time. These are not black men that you should even give a fuck about. These are ugly ass niggas that Becky got. I mean, ugly. I got all my edges. Yeah, I got all my edges too. Has anybody on here ever gotten flowers from a nigga? I did. That's a good question. Has anybody ever got flowers from a nigga? I have got flowers from a nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Has anybody? Let me see. Not even an orgasm. Yeah, they don't even get an orgasm. Black women don't demand shit. They tell black men to build. He will curse you the F out and do everything he can to humble your ass. That's all he want to do is humble you. Like ugly Shannon Sharp. Ooh, girl, thank you for bringing that up. That ugly. Ooh, god damn, that nigga ugly. Like ugly Shannon Sharp said, being with a black woman is miserable. No, being with a black male is miserable. Notice it ain't working out with them and non-black women. Exactly. Do you see Shannon Sharp married? Let me tell you something about Becky. And we're gonna talk about LeBron's son. Because these niggas are all over the place saying, yay, Brody. Brody got an attractive little young white girl. And I know they're high schoolers, but let me tell you about white women. They're very strategic. White women be plotting and planning on these niggas. So that little white Becky that you see with LeBron's son, the only reason why she's with that nigga because she knows he's worth money. She's trying to get the bag. And best believe her mama and her daddy have told her, get that fucking cash out that fucking nigga. See, the white people are sending their daughters to these niggas so they can collect all their money back. See, all of the money that the white man is helping that fucking nigga who's in the NFL, in the NBA, he's helping them make money. So what they're doing is they're sending their daughters to collect that money right back. It's simple. They know that the black male thinks with his dick. You best believe that white girl that went to prom with Brody, her parents have already told her what to do. That's the only reason why she's with that little nigga. She's trying to clinch the bag. Plus, she want to make black women upset too. To make black women think, hey, I'm about to get all his money. LeBron is the dummy, to be quite honest. Because all that money that he made on the behalf of those children, his little fucking son gonna give all that money back to Becky, and Becky gonna ride off in the sunset. She gonna clean that little nigga out. I bet you. I promise you. She's not with him because she want to. A lot of Becky will tell you they deal with these niggas for their money. They're not attracted to them. They're not attracted to them. They're savage. White women and Latino women are savage about their money. They're savages when it comes to that fucking money. Black women need to be like that. They're savages. So they will sit there and plot. They know the black male talks about black women all the time. They know everything that black male is going around telling everybody about you. And so what white women do, they play off of the fact that the black male hates you. They know he hates you. They know that he's fetishizing them. I've talked to a lot of white women from all walks of life. They know that the black male fetishizes them. They know that. But when you ask them, would you marry a black male? They'll say, oh, hell no. They'll say, oh, hell no. They wouldn't dare tell those white men that they've been laying up with them niggas. They know that shit is disgusting in their race. They know that the black male's on the bottom. You think Becky don't know that the black male's at the bottom? You don't think she knows what he does to black women? She hears him on social media talking about you, praising her. So if you fetishizing me, then I'm going to use that for my advantage and I'm going to clean your ass out. Best believe that Becky that's with LeBron's son is going to clean that fucking little nigga out. And she's going to walk away with a smile on her face. That's the only reason why she's dealing with him. She knows who his father is. Her parents know who his father is. And I'm pretty sure they've encouraged her. They've encouraged her to entertain that little nigga. This is what's happening to a lot of these black athletes. They think that the white woman wants him. No, the white woman is always on the white man's side. Don't ever forget that. She's always on his side. Even when it's time to take all of the money back from the nigga and give it back to her peoples. She's always on her daddy's side. Niggas be thinking that she's not on his side. Yes, she is. They uses her because they know black men are weak. They use her to come in and get all of that money back. See, the white man do not want to give black men money, but they need him like an ape running on the football field. They need him to make them money. He's still a slave. See, the black male think he's doing something because he's a basketball player, because he's a football player. He's still a slave to the white man. And the white man continue to use him as a slave. So what they do, because the only thing the black male knows how to do is rap music and something about being an athlete. They know black men are dumb. They know most of them are in and out of jail. Most of them are felons. Most of them are criminals. So they use him like a slave. He's still being used like a slave. They tell that nigga, get out there, run on that field, go get my money. And so once the black male get all the money, what they do, they send a Becky to go collect all that money back. It's simple. It's really simple. And to be honest, it's really smart to do it like that. What they do, they give him the money and then they send the white woman in to bring the money back. And that's really what she's there for. That's why they're always trying to set them up with white women. When they're going into the NFL, NBA, you will always see them bringing a little white girl with them because they bring those white girls to set their ass up. They know that the white woman is the weakness for the black male. They know the black male do not have any loyalty to black women. White men have already known that. They know that because he sold you into slavery. So they know that he has no loyalty to black women, black children, or his race. So they know it's easy to set him up. You can get a black male killed with a Becky. I've seen it happen plenty of times. You send a white girl over there, we can rob the whole fucking place. Because niggas are that dumb. They think with their dicks. They think white men don't know this about them. They know they're apes. Okay? That's why the white man always felt like the black male needed to stay shackled up. That's why he didn't want to take him out of shackles. And even when some white people, this is for the people who like to say that all white people are racist. No, all white people are not racist. Because if all white people were racist, we would still be in the slavery. Because the only reason that we got out of slavery was because of the white people that weren't racist. And they felt bad for us. If they didn't feel bad and they weren't racist, we would still be in slavery. The black male did not break us out of slavery. He didn't do any of that. It was the white people who say, hey, this is not cool what is going on. I don't think it's right. What's going on with them? We're not down with this. You need to get rid of this. It was because of the white people that you're free, not because of the black male. The white male knows that you have a traitor. They know that he's the weakest link. When they came to Africa, they did not come for the black male. They came for you. But in order to keep producing slaves is when they brought that fucking nigger. They didn't come to Africa for the nigger. They know he's worthless. They came to Africa for you because they know that you equals life. For the black women that do not understand, white men understand exactly who you are. Because even the racist white man knows who you are. He didn't come there for him. But because they needed slaves, they brought them along. But that's not why they came there. They came there for you. You are the tree of life. He knows who the fuck you are. He knows that you were the first. You're the oldest bones that they have ever found in this country. Why is that? They didn't find a white woman, did they? Did they find a black male? No, they didn't find his ass either. You're the oldest bones that's ever been found in this country. You've been here the longest before all of them. They know that the black male's worthless. They know it. That's why they wanted to keep him chained up, because they know he's an animal. You just don't understand that. They know he's a savage. They know he don't give a fuck about women. He don't give a fuck about his kids. They know he don't. How did you get here? Because of the black males in Africa. He has no loyalty. And so you mean to tell me that non-black men are going to respect black males when black males have no loyalty when they sold their own people out? And you think white men don't know that? Do y'all really believe white men care about black men like that? No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't care about them. Just like Shannon Sharp with his ugly behind. Now he's up here talking about black women, dating black women is misery, but he didn't say black woman. Let's get that correct, because that ugly ass old shit Duke Jackson is going around here saying like he said black women. Shannon Sharp did not say black women. He left that out, but he was applying that staying with your race would be miserable. So y'all don't think that black women are miserable with black men? That's why you see so many black women on TikTok and YouTube and on these dating sites dealing with non-black men. Black women are miserable dealing with black men. They're miserable being attached to the black male and his struggles. That's why so many black women want to get away from it. The black male makes you feel like you still a slave, to be quite honest. He's always talking about the white man. He's always talking about slavery. He's always talking about oppression. He's always sucking the white man's dick. It's pathetic. It's no way in hell you can respect a group of men that got to go to another race of men for everything. Why would you respect a group of men when they're depending on the white man just as much as you do? Let me tell you something about the female species. And I don't like to use female because they use that as trying to strip you of your womanhood. But that's what the black male does. And now he has non-black men. He's trying to teach non-black men how to strip you of your womanhood too. He wants everybody to be calling you a female. So that's why I call them males. That's why I call them apes, gorillas, and everything else that I feel like calling him. I don't have respect for the black male. I don't give a fuck. So that's why they do what they do. Shannon Sharp, look at him. That's not an attractive man. That man is ugly. And he can't even keep a Becky. He can't even get a Becky to marry him. And most of the times when they get with these non-black women, those marriages don't last. So when they tell you, oh, I'm going over there to the white woman, I'm going over there to the Latino woman, you can guarantee 9 times out of 10, those marriages do not last. Out of all the interracial couples, interracial matches, the black man and the white woman has the worst divorce rates. I mean, he got worse divorce rates with the white woman than he got with black women. Black women don't even want to stay married to him. White women don't even want to stay married to him. See, a lot of times white women, they try to think they're going to be better than you. They think that they can tame the ape. They think that they can make black men act like men instead of animals. So Becky tried to take the challenge on because she thinks that she's better than black women anyway. Becky knows who you are too. That's why she's always trying to copy everything you do. She's highly jealous of you. She really is. That's why she's always trying to do what you do. She wants to braid her hair. She wants lip fillers. She wants a BBL. If you notice this, you know what? White women got a sick obsession with black women. It's sick. It's sick how much Becky want to be like you. It is sick what she will do to her body just to look like you. She wants your cheekbones. She wants your lips. She wants big lips. She'll go and pay hundreds of dollars to get them to put those fillers in her lips. She want a tan. She's out here black fishing. A lot of them are doing that on TikTok. Black fishing all over the place. She want a tan. She want to burn up in the sun. Now I see a lot of them trying to rock the cornrows and the braids. Don't you see Becky trying to put the lashes on too? I know y'all see that. Becky want the lashes. She want the long acrylic nails. White women didn't used to do all that. Why you think white women doing that? Because she's trying to be you. Because she knows you are that bitch. Becky knows exactly who the fuck you is. And she's jealous. She's trying to mimic everything you do. Everything. Look at TikTok. Look at TikTok. It amazes me how obsessed white women are with black women. It's crazy. It's an obsession. They want to talk like you. If you listen to the white women talking, they want to talk like you. They want to snap their finger like you. They want to dance like you. They want to behind like you. These white women don't got no big asses. They buying these asses. So when you see them on TikTok bouncing asses and shit, them shit is bots. Most of them. Not saying all, because, I have come across some white women that are a little thicker on the bottom. But most of them are buying those things. Or they're going to the gym trying to do squats or whatnot so they can make their ass bigger. And nothing wrong with that. We all need to go to the gym. I go to the gym. We all need to go. But I remember when having a big butt was considered disgusting and unhealthy by white women. Now they're paying big dollars for that. Girl, let me tell you something. I be around white women. Girl, you would be amazed how many white women are out here getting these BBLs, girl. The Latino women too. They're out here getting the BBLs too. Okay. In the white community, now I think now you're getting a different generation of white men and Hispanic men and Asian men that they are okay with the big booty. Because I've come across some white men that like a booty. Okay. They just don't like it all big and all like nasty looking. You understand what I'm saying? You know how some people have the big ass, but they got all the dents and shit in it. They don't like it sloppy, but they like ass too. They like titties. White men like titties. They like breasts and stuff like that. And back in the day, you're right, Mocha. In the white community, they didn't care about big asses. Now you see all of them trying to get a big ass. If they ain't going to get a BBL, they in the gym trying to do those squats. That's what they're doing that too. They're doing that too. I see a lot of black women doing that too. And actually working out in the gym with doing those squats and lifting those weights and trying to get your butt to grow or whatever. I forgot what they got, gluto or glute. I see black women doing that, and it does make your ass grow. It does, because I've seen some black women on TikTok, and they got some big juicy asses, and they've been doing them squats, girl. Okay, but the ass, usually when it comes to a big ass, that's what black men like. Black men like big asses. Other people, they don't. They like them, but they don't like them real big. The black male doesn't care. He likes them big, sloppy. He don't give a fuck. He like them with dents in them, all type of shit. Cellulite. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But he likes it all. They sure did used to call them fat. Yeah, they used to call white women fat when they were like that. But see, black men have made white women feel like they're the bitch. They the shit. They've even got fat white women thinking they the shit. Because black men like big women. Okay, when they get on here and tell you that black women need to lose weight, go outside and look who you see black men with. That's all I want you to do. When you go outside, I don't care if it's a black woman, a white woman, when you go outside, who do you see black men with? Is it a skinny, skinny woman? Or is it a thick woman or overweight woman? Because they like those two types. They like those two types. They like bigger women and they like thick women. Who do you see them with? When they get around here and telling you that they want skinny women and they want all of these things, who do you see the black man with? Most of the time, when I see black men with black women, those ain't no skinny black women. Black men like bigger women. Don't let them shit you. I know some bigger women. If they were to go on, let's say they were going to go on OnlyFans, and you're 200 and something pounds, you would think, okay, those women cannot make no money. You would think those bigger women couldn't make no money. You would think they couldn't make no money, right? That's not true. That's not true. The black male has a fetish for bigger women, and those big girls are cleaning his pockets out. So he can get up here and tell you, "Oh no, I wouldn't spend no money on Big Shirley. Nah, I wouldn't do nothing with Big Shirley, girl." Let me tell you something. I know some black chicks that are like 200 plus pounds, and they bringing in big dollars off of them niggas, bringing in big dollars. There's some white men that like um, bigger women too. You will come across them too. They like bigger women also, but it's mostly the black male. He's the one that likes the bigger, overweight women. You know what I'm saying? He does. But he'll be around here telling you he don't. He's a liar. What else I got to say? Because I got to go. Tyrone loves obesity because he likes women with low self-esteem. That's true. He do. That's something that is so true. Black men do like women with low self-esteem because black men know if you got a low self-esteem that he can treat you and do you any type of way. With a woman that is confident and got high self-esteem, she's not going to put up with the black male. Women who are about that life, that's really leveled up, that's in shape, that looks good, that can attract all races of men, they're not going to settle for the black male. A lot of the times, the women that you see with black men are suffering from some type of trauma or low self-esteem. That's why they're with him, because they know that the black male is the only one that will take them in looking all messed up like that or dealing with them all out of shape. He's the only one that kind of like just puts his dick in anything. So a lot of times when these black women are with black men, they're with them because they got low self-esteem. Not because they are confident, not because they think they all that. No, they're with them. They're with the black man because he doesn't have standards. He doesn't have standards. And he's not going to ask them for much. They already know that. So 9 times out of 10, when they tell you, "Oh, I'm sticking with the black male," no, you sticking with the black male because you got low self-esteem. That's why you with him. Because only a low self-esteem bitch would want to involve herself with a group of conquered men that are going to white men for everything that they need. You have to go to the white man for light, water, food, clothes, rent, the rent an apartment, to get mortgage on a house. You got to go to the white man for everything. So why would you be dealing with black men? How could you respect a group of men that you can't even depend on? Women, I don't know about all women, because black women got something wrong with them. Their mental state is messed up. But most women are not going to deal with a group of men that are being, the black man will say, oppressed by the white man. They're just not going to do that. They're just not going to do that. Black women are the only group of women that settle for that shit. They're the only group. They settle for less. They get nothing in return. Do you know how many black women I know that don't get shit out of the black men that they deal with? They don't get shit. They don't get a car payment. They don't get a trip to the Bahamas. They don't get shit. All they get is dick. That's it. Dick. And that dick is worthless. Worthless. Just think about it. If you're going to the white man asking him for everything, why would you deal with the black male? Why would you respect somebody that you know don't even respect himself to do right by his women and children? Why would you respect a group of men that are conquered? Why would you even want to be laid up with the losers to the war? The black man lost the war. You don't go congratulate him with sex. The black man needs to be discarded, left behind, and thrown away. Whoever wants to come get him can have him because he's destroying these non-black women lives. He's destroying their lives. And by the time Becky realized that she got the same black man that black women get, by the time Becky want to get out that marriage or get out that relationship with that nigga is so obsessed with white skin that he's willing to take Becky out before she leaves him. He does the same thing to black women too who want to leave him. He would rather take you out before you get to go. That's what's happening to a lot of white women. They get with black men, they thinking, oh, I can change him. I can tame the ape. I'm better than black women. I can do better than them. And then they realize that they got the same black man that we got. Years later, Becky's trying to get the hell out of that relationship, and that ape won't let her go. That's why they got high divorce rates. Nobody wants to be married to the black male. The black male is misery. I'm telling you, when I used to talk to black men, my spirit used to be so off. I wasn't fulfilled. When I would date black men, I knew something was wrong. I could not figure out what the fuck it is, and it was black men. When I came to YouTube and I started, because when I came to YouTube, I was over there listening to the beef sector. And then I would look at like hair tutorials, makeup tutorials. I would not be nowhere in the sector. I knew nothing about a Tommy Sotomayor. I knew nothing about the sector. I had no idea that black men were on the internet doing this shit to black women. I had no idea until I came on social media. Then I realized what the problem was. These niggas are crazy. And then I heard a video by Kendall St. Charles. It was her first video she ever made. And when I listened to that video, I said, oh my God. I was blown away because I had no idea black men sold us into slavery. I had no idea they were fighting for civil rights so they could lay up underneath the white woman. I had no idea he had did all of this stuff to our ancestors, and he was currently taking black women out. I had no idea until she did that first video. And I said, wow, now I get it. Even though I've already been divested from black men, I never understood why black men hate black women so much until I came to social media. Until I came to social media. And I said, that's when the light bulb came on. And that's why I made a decision. You know what? I'm going to take this YouTube channel and I'm going to try to tell black women, give black women some knowledge. I'm not perfect. I don't come on YouTube and act like I'm perfect, but I am a productive member of society. I do pay my taxes and I do not break no laws. I don't commit any crimes and I don't do anything illegal. Anything that I do is legal. It's legal. But that's when I decided, you know what? Black women need to know what's going on because a lot of black women are in the dark. That's why they're able to keep creating these single mothers. A lot of these young girls in their 20s, they have no idea. They're just like I was. I was in the dark. I had no idea that they were selling us into slavery. I had no idea that they were sleeping around with these white women doing the civil rights movement, doing Black Panther. They would sexually assault black women because they said that they want to try that stuff on white women. And so they would sexually assault black women all throughout that Black Panther part. They were sexually assaulting black women. Everything that you think that the black male did as honorable, you come to YouTube, your social media, and you come to find out nothing they have done has been honorable. They have been your enemies since day one. I remember this, and I'm going to get up off of here. I read a book about Sojourner Truth, and I think all of y'all need to go and look at some of Sojourner Truth's writings, some of the books about her. And she was a woman that was trying to fight for black women's rights, women's rights, so we can vote and stuff like that, right? So I remember in a book when they were trying to say that black people can vote, You know what was going on with the whole thing? Black men were trying to be the one that vote. They were trying to be the one that vote. Black women weren't going to be able to vote or anything like that, even though we have suffered as women. We have suffered a lot. And the black man was standing there trying to get his rights to vote. The only way we got our rights to really vote, or somebody talking about it, is because of Sojourner Truth. If you go back and look at her reading, she said in one of her readings that the black women that were on the slave plantation, they would go and do little jobs for white people. They would go babysit their kids. They would do their laundry, different things like that. Sojourner Truth said this. The black women would be going to work. And you know what the fucking niggas were out there doing? I'm talking about when they went on the slave plantation. You know what they were doing? They were taking the money that the black women would go get from the white people. They would go take it to the juke joints. They would go buy that moonshine. I think that's what they call it. Moonshine? Something like that. But they would go buy that liquor. They said they would be outside dancing. All of that. Black women would go bust their ass and do all of those things for the white people, only to come back home for the fucking nigga to take all her money. To take all her money. The children couldn't even get feed. In that book, when Sojourner Truth was telling that story, the children would go without eating. Oh, check my mic. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Let me see. I hope y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? I might have to come back in and come back out. You can hear me now. I'm sorry because I'm sitting on the bed. What I was saying about Sojourner Truth, because I want y'all to hear this. Y'all need to go look up some writings from Sojourner Truth. When the black women would go, when we were free and we could go get a job, you know, a lot of black women would work as maids or babysitters to the white people. They would go and babysit their kids. They would clean up their house, do their laundry. So black women would do all that work for a couple of dollars. Then when they would get back home, if they were married to a black man or if they had some sorry ass apes in those shacks that they were living in, the black man would take all of their money. These women would go bust their ass, and the black man would take all the money. He would go buy moonshine. He would get out there dancing in the streets and not doing no jobs, not doing no work. The children would go without food because he not spent up all the money. This is back in the 1900s, y'all. This is back like 1910, 1900s. This is what he was doing. Black women would go to work and he would take all of their money. He didn't give a fuck if the kids eat. And he would go buy moonshine and do whatever the fuck his ugly ape ass want to do. So that's a prime example of the black male that you're dealing with. So if you have a desire to continue to birth the black male son, you should remove yourself from the sisterhood. You should remove yourself from other black women because you're not doing anything to benefit us. You're causing a lot of problems by birthing that nigga ass son. And even back in the day, black men would make songs about black women. Here, y'all got to go look this up. This is how much the black male hates you. So when he want to tell you about slavery and he want to tell you about the Black Panther, even in the Black Panther, he was violating black women. He was sexually assaulting them. He was going around saying that Becky is freedom. He was going around saying that the white woman equals freedom and you equal slavery. Nah, nigga, you equal that, bitch. You equal that. You the animal that needs to be chained the fuck up. And this was during the 60s and the 70s. Black men were going around saying, oh, white women is equal to freedom and black women is equal to slavery. And this is the son you want to keep birthing? Generation after generations of this piece of shit? And then when he get the civil rights movement, then when he get there, he want to take you out there to get bite up by the dogs. He wants you to get beat up by the police officer. He wants you to be marching in Alabama, in Mississippi, losing your motherfucking life. You out there getting sprayed down by water, bitten by the police officers, getting knocked in your head. All the time, he trying to sleep with the white man's woman. The white man is going to get you, nigga, and he's going to get you good. If you think he don't know how you are fucking up his daughters, nigga, he going to get you good. Best believe that. He do not want you in his bloodline. He do not want your ape ass in his family. All that plotting and scheming on the white bitch, he going to get you, nigga. Because he knows exactly what your disgusting, nasty ass do. He know you don't have no loyalty to black women. He know that. He knew that ever since he got your ass from Africa. He know you will sell out your whole entire race for money and to lay up underneath his fucking daughter. He knows that. He knows you've been a sellout since he got your black dusty ass from Africa, bitch. He know you don't got no race loyalty. He knows that. And then you getting your ass beat up in the 60s while these niggas are trying to lay up with white women. You got Coretta Scott out here married to Martin Luther King. And I used to think Martin Luther King was a good guy. And then he's whoring and tricking around with Becky while Coretta Scott is taking care of fucking kids. This is what you're dealing with. This is what you're dealing with. So please let us know if you got the desire to birth the black male, get the fuck out of the black woman sisterhood. That's what we need to start doing with these women who will violate us and our daughters by birthing the black male. We need to start discarding them. We need to start running them over there to the black male. Don't even let them talk. This will get them to stop. Make them feel so bad for birthing your fucking enemy, throw their ass to the wolves. Because they don't care about you. How the fuck you gonna birth the black male son, our enemy, and think you could come in the sisterhood? And then you get up here and complain about the black male while birthing him, bitch. Then you get to come in the BWE space complaining about the black male while fucking him, bitch. We got to start throwing these bitches out. They got to understand, no, sis, you're not my sister. You my fucking enemy, and they should be treated as such. I'm sorry. That will get them to stop. When they realize that we not their sisters and we not fucking with them, we will shame them out of not birthing that bitch. Because they too comfortable with birthing the black male. Because they think that they can birth our enemy and still come over here and talk about the problem. No, you are enemy too, bitch. You are enemy too. These women need to get thrown the fuck out of the sisterhood. I don't give a damn if they're black women. Get thrown out. This is up. Getting rid of them. Throw their ass out right along with their sons. Throw them out. Because they don't mean us well. And then when we come to talk about the problems, they're creating the problems that we're talking about. How the fuck you gonna birth the black male and then get up here and talk about them? Doesn't make any sense. Y'all, I got to go. They can't get on code. I see them as ops. We need to start throwing their ass out the sisterhood, discarding them. If you're willing to put us in danger just so you can birth the black male child, bitch, we don't need you. Be gone. Be gone. Go on over there with your son and the rest of those niggas. We need to outcast them. That's how we can get rid of the black male. Outcast the woman who continues to birth him. Make her feel unwelcome. Make her feel unwelcome to come in the sisterhood. Know what black women are doing. Know what we're going through. We're losing our lives. Our daughters are being assaulted and all type of shit. And you continue to add on to the problem. Get the fuck away from us. You need to treat them like the black male. Then they will get the point. We don't fuck with you hoes that birth the black male child. Sorry. If you love black men so much, if you love that child so much, take your ass with the niggas. Why are you coming over here with the sisters? Like, be gone. So I gotta get up off of here, girl. They don't leave. You on fire. Yeah, they ain't gonna leave. That's when I'm trying to figure out what these women who birthed the black male child. Why the fuck are you over here around us? You're birthing our fucking enemy, bitch. We're gonna treat you like the enemy. Since you want to keep whining and complaining about that fucking dumbass nigga that comes out your body, we're going to treat you just like we treat the nigga. See how you like that shit. We're going to discard you. We don't give a fuck. If you want to birth the black male and the black male want to come and beat your ass up, oh well. Oh well. You're birthing our enemy. You're not our friend. Oh well. I don't sympathize with them. When they try to guilt trip you into caring about their fucking nigga ass little boys, nobody gives a fuck about that. You can't guilt trip a savage. You can't bully me on this platform. You cannot intimidate me. You know, some people feel like they can dox me and get in my personal business and think that's going to stop me. Play around with me if you want to. Because I'm looking at some of these Patreon accounts and I'm going to get them shit snatched. Put my ass on Patreon and see if I don't get that shit wiped the fuck off. Because people don't understand you can flag Patreon. That's something y'all need to know. You can flag it, you can report it. If people's over there doxing people and their children, and they're over there cyberbullying and sexually harassing women and revenge porn and all that on Patreon, make sure you get on that Patreon, find out where you can report it, and get that shit snatched from their ass. Because some of them think they can run over there to Patreon with all that bullshit. I saw somebody took somebody's Patreon channel page the other day. That's how I know you can snatch them Patreons from their ass. They don't supposed to be doxing people, putting up people personal business, people pictures of their children, giving out sensitive information about them on the Patreon. You can report those Patreons just like YouTube. Snatch their money out their ass. That's how I'm gonna do it. Let me find out I show up on the Patreon. Let me find out. I got a whole crew that I'm gonna send on your ass. I got a lot of white boys that I can tell them what the fuck to do and they gonna do it. I'm gonna give them your information. I'm gonna say, get rid of this Patreon page. Since they want to get over there and dox and think they're gonna make money, hell fucking no, bitch. Your ass gonna be homeless, living in your car, watching your ass in Planet Fitness. Somebody know who I'm talking about. For the people that I've had beef with and they believe that I forgot about them, I haven't. I'm giving you grace because I know more than you think I know. Okay? I'm just saying, some people are homeless around this motherfucker, living in cars and washing their ass and playing the pit. You know who I'm talking about. So just because I ain't talking about you, just because I ain't dropping all your receipts, don't mean I don't know. But that's something for all y'all to know, because it was a lady on YouTube, and I'm going to get up off of here. It was a lady on YouTube. She's a YouTuber, and she got about 50,000 subscribers. And she had somebody was going to Patreon, doxing her, putting all her personal business over there on that Patreon channel. You know what she did? She reported that Patreon to Patreon, and they snatched that motherfucker. Because a lot of y'all don't know, y'all can report those Patreon pages for them bitches that like to go over their doxing and shit. Play with me if you want to. I'll make sure you don't have no fucking money coming into that Airbnb. Play with me if you want to. I got some white boys. If I tell them, hey baby, I need you to do this for me. Look this shit up right here for me. Because I am a black goddess. And they do worship me. That's all I gotta do is tell them. Go get that Patreon channel. I want that shit snatched. How the fuck you think I'm getting my information? Motherfuckers is going around here talking about I knew them. No, Miss Zoloff, I didn't know your motherfucking ass, bitch. I don't know who the fuck you is, but I found out. How you think I found that out? I got a group of white boys that are not done. If I tell them to go find out about a bitch, they're going to find out about a bitch. Okay, so don't think those Patreon channels are safe, pages are safe. Don't ever think that. If you want your money, you better leave me the fuck out your mouth. Because I'm going to snatch the whole shit down. And that's pretty much all I got to say. Oh, the mic going out again. Let me go, y'all, because the mic going out. But remember that when you see people going, I want y'all to know this, because a lot of y'all don't know. You can report those Patreons. I saw somebody report it, and the next day that whole goddamn Patreon was snatched. So if they're going over there doing revenge porn, if they're over there showing people kids and they doxing people, giving out personal information, report it. Because some of these people live off of YouTube. These are bums. They don't got no other income but YouTube. So if you want to continue to make money on YouTube, bitch, You better leave my name out your mouth, because I will hunt your ass down like a fucking dog. That's all I got to say. And I'm going to go, ladies. I'm going to go. Maybe it's the Wi-Fi acting up, child. Let me go. I done been on here for too long. My phone is hot. Hot, hot. Brad always got our backs. Girl, they just don't know. Girl, I got Brads that worship the ground I walk on, bitch. Okay, they call it. I ain't even gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it, but just say, black women, we gonna get our reparation regardless. Let's just call it that. Regardless. And so some white men, they want you to get everything that you deserve. They want you to see you as the goddess queen that you are, and they will do anything you ask. So I got those type of guys that's behind me. So play with me if you want to. That's how I know who Miss Zoloff is. Not because I went and researched you, bitch. You just that dumb. I don't know you, whore. I know you now. I know your whole life story. But I choose not to spread it around YouTube because I'm giving you grace. Because I know if I start dragging you again, I'm going to trigger black women and I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings. So that it's not worth it to hurt other black women trying to drag your dumb ass. But I don't know you, but I know you now. So if that's all I got to say, guys, I'm gonna catch you later. Y'all better get y'all some good white men. You ain't even gotta deal with them. You ain't even gotta sleep with them. There's some white men that respect black women. They see black women as a goddess and a god, and they worship the ground you walk on. You need to get them type. You ain't even gotta sleep with them. They just want to show up and do what you need them to do. That's it. So play with me if you fucking want to. These bitches that think you can't find their ass, you can find. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Like, share, and subscribe. I got to go. Bye-bye now, y'all. Y'all be safe. Take care. Take care now.